General Alexander, Vladimir Putin here, the man in the frame, is he, as far as America is concerned, as far as you're concerned, the biggest cyber villain out there?
I think they pose the greatest overall threat in cyberspace for sure. They have tremendous talent, and they have objectives and use cyberspace as an element of national power.
Do you have any doubt whether the Russians meddled in the 2016 presidential elections or not?
No, I don't.
Do you think they're going to try again in the midterm elections coming up in a few weeks?
I think they will, because it's in their best interest to understand who's voting for whom, what's going on, and how they can impact something that might help them in the future.
So from a cybersecurity point of view, would you go so far as to say that their meddling got Donald Trump elected?
No, I would not. I think that's a jump that's not logical.
And when they meddle in cyberspace, when they try and interfere in our election processes, is it an efficient weapon?
It is. It's a very efficient weapon. They are increasingly using cyber as an element of power. And so meddling in elections, going after money, is all in their national interest and something that they will do.
The armies of the First World War were not ready for the impact caused by the machine gun that fundamentally changed warfare in that conflict 100 years ago.
That's
Could
right.
the same thing happen with cyber warfare?
Absolutely. In fact, what I'm worried about is now cyber and where we are. That's the first element of the future war because of the damage they could do to a country's infrastructure. And I think it's defensible, but we haven't created the defense to do it. It's like you brought out the machine gun. You know, we're used to going to war in one way, and now you have this new tool, and we haven't practiced, we haven't created the infrastructure that we need.
So if we did have a conflict fought along those lines, no one should be surprised by that.
That's right.
But are we doing enough, is Britain doing enough, as far as you know, to guard ourselves against this kind of attack?
I don't think any country is doing enough. We are unprepared.
But we're surviving all these attacks, aren't we? The health service is up and running again. You know, BA sorted out, we hope, you know, its issues. So are we actually dealing with the threat remarkably well?
So there's this great saying, they say, there's two types of companies, those that have been hacked and know it, and those that have been hacked and don't know it.
Right. But everyone is being hacked.
That means everyone's being hacked. And so what's that tell you? It says the way we're approaching it's not working.
And just finally, North Korea, Kim Jong-un versus Vladimir Putin, you know, they're both allegedly up to, you know, their own levels of cyber interference, cyber meddling, cyber warfare. Who's more scary?
The North Korean leader is more scary because he's one that you can't predict what he's going to do.
Even after the recent love-in with Donald Trump?
Yes, even now. I think that's an actor that I'm really concerned about because his nation's future is on the line. And if that agreement falls apart, they don't have the money, and he will react perhaps irrationally.
General Alexander, thank you very much.
Thank you.